75 miles behind enemy lines, in the heart of occupied territory, stood a symbol of hope, a monument of faith, the Cathedral of Knock. But on this day, it wasn't salvation that rained from the skies, it was pure, unrelenting terror. A weapon so advanced, so devastating, that its very existence was whispered in fear. This was no ordinary strike. This was the dawn of a new era in warfare. The year, classified, the mission, top secret, the target, a single structure, standing tall amidst the chaos of war. But why? What was so important about this cathedral? And what unseen force could strike with such precision, such ruthlessness, that even the bravest soldiers trembled at its name? This is the untold story of the weapon that changed everything. The day the Western Front would never forget. Behind the smoke and rubble of the Great War, hidden in the darkest corners of military intelligence, a project was born, codenamed Freedom's Fangs. Its purpose was simple: to deliver destruction like never before. No trenches could hide from it, no walls could stop it. And when it spoke, the enemy listened. The brains behind this monstrosity? A team of rogue scientists, battle-hardened engineers, and one man whose name was erased from history, who dared to ask, what if we could hit them where they feel safest? On the ground, soldiers went about their duties, unaware of the horror about to descend. The enemy, confident behind their lines, never saw it coming. But high above, in the cold, dead silence of the stratosphere, the weapon awoke. 95,000 pounds of raw, calculated fury. 452 precision-engineered components. A brain so advanced it could think for itself. And in its crosshairs, not just a building, but the very soul of the enemy's defiance. 3, 2, 1. When the dust settled, the cathedral was gone. Not just destroyed, erased, as if the hand of God himself had struck it down. But this was no act of divinity. This was man's wrath, perfected. The enemy called it the Silent Reaper. Our soldiers, they just called it the end. But this was only the beginning, because when the world learned what we were truly capable of, the rules of war changed forever. They called him the architect of annihilation, a mind so brilliant, so dangerous, that even his own government feared him. His name, lost to history, his creation, a weapon that defied the laws of war. This is the story of the man who didn't just break the rules, he rewrote them. And when his masterpiece was finally unleashed, the world would never be the same. In a hidden laboratory, buried beneath layers of secrecy, a lone figure worked in the shadows. While the world waged war with bullets and bombs, he dreamed of something bigger, something absolute. His design, a weapon that didn't just kill soldiers, it shattered morale. A single strike so devastating, it would force surrender without an invasion. But to build it, he would need to cross lines no man had crossed before. You want to win the war? Then forget honor, forget mercy. We must strike not at the body, but at the soul. The first test was a failure. The second, a catastrophe. But he refused to stop, because in his mind, the ends justified any means. Total till the day she processed Box 881, Declassified interview, Marta's voice shaking. The film canister was cold, not cool, cold, like something from a morgue, and the serial number, it didn't match any system. What she saw defied explanation. The cathedral, the blast, but then something alive in the radiation. When Marta tried to digitize it, the system glitched, not crashed, fought back. Distorted voice from the tape. Voss was wrong. It's not learning, it's watching. The security footage shows her running. The timestamp shows her dying of a heart attack 3 days before. This happened, but Marta was smarter than they knew. She'd mailed one copy to the last man who'd believe it, reporter Simon Pike. 48 hours to live, radiation poisoning. But his laptop, still recording. Pike's final audio log, rasping. The weapon's not a thing, it's a window, and something, just look back. 3 copies exist. One's burned, one's buried, and the third is in your city presidential audio log, Declassified 19. God help me. We didn't build it, we found it, and it's been down there since before the pyramids. This was never about winning a war. This was about containing what should have stayed buried. They told the public it was a doomsday device, a last resort. But the football's true purpose? To keep it sleeping. Classified interview. General Hawthorne, 1947. New Mexico wasn't just about aliens. We dug too deep under Los Alamos and found its prison. Every president inherits 2 codes, one for missiles and one to reinforce the seals. The Knock Cathedral strike wasn't an attack, it was a distraction. 7 sacred sites, 7 anchors keeping it contained. When the Kremlin started digging near Site Gamma, we had to sacrifice one to save 6. 95,000 tons of holy ground vaporized, just to make the Russians think we'd gone mad. Beneath the Situation Room, there's a floor that doesn't exist, and what lives there isn't human. Package is static, beating again. Mr. President, it's asking for screams. More. They call it the custodian, the last living piece of whatever built the prison. And after 80 years, it's finally hungry. 3 presidents knew, 2 went mad, and the current one? He just ordered Site Delta excavated.